afternoon, Swirly Nation, and welcome to the famed International Silver Sticks here in Port Huron, Michigan. We are at McMahon Place, I believe. The big rink, as I like to call it, for Silver Sticks, as we bring you this first of what will be a gauntlet between the Toronto Marlboros and your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. Good morning, everybody. I'm joined in the oven by everyone's absolute favorite, the Commodore, George Pearsall.
Jeremy, always good to be back in the city oven, and you're right. We have a gauntlet of teams, starting here with a rock-solid Toronto Marlboros team, the Marlies, as they're called, ranked 5th in Canada, and the Penguins are going to come off to a fast start against this team, because I can tell you the Marlies, based on their warm-ups, they are ready to go.
They are locked, loaded, ready to go. Last time I remember playing these guys last year, we took them down in Toronto.
Wow.
A memory that will not sit well with the Marlies, I am sure. So we are underway here, starting lineups for your Penguins. In net, number 30, the cannoli, Ryland Calabrese. On defense, 27, Campelli. And number 11, Lyndon Schreck. Up front, it's the Fighting Planets. It's 19, Jimmy Halliday. 53, Owen Golnack. And number 90, Jack Carlson. It's Pelly weaving it into the Marlies end. He'll dump it high off the glass to the corner. It's Halliday up on the forecheck. His forecheck waves a stick. It almost forces that turnover to Carlson there along the boards. The battle inside the line. It'll pop free. Carlson darting to the middle. His first shot just sails wide of the far side post from where we are. Puck batted about at center. It'll be tracked, dislodging it back to Pelly. Fortuitive balance there for the Penguins as Pelly comes through. Weaving through one. Penguins are changing. This could be dangerous if they don't get on and off in an organized fashion, as the cannoli has one rang off the post behind him.
And the Penguins get that puck turned over in the neutral zone there, and the Marlies went in and got a great scoring chance.
That was that jumbled up change. Really nobody could touch the puck for the Penguins, and the Marlies will toss it in on an offside play. Like the Penguins were trying to change as the puck came up that side right into the scrum. None of the forwards going off could touch it. None of the forwards coming on could touch it. Yep. And the defenseman got tied up in that mix, in that kind of wash over there.
But the Penguins escape unscathed, and here we go. Back on.
It'll be Flume, Pearsall, and Schweitzer with Brodozer and Foster. A turnover behind the Penguins' net. Penguins will take it right back. It's Pearsall to the outside for Flume. He goes through that triangle of the defenseman, but it's picked right off by the back-checking Marlies. Calabrese goes for a cover. Kind of scoots away from him there off the twig, but a good body position there by Foster. Able to get control, and the Penguins are back out to center. The Marlies control now at their own line. I would try with some of these names, but, George, they've got some armpit names on this team.
Yeah, they do.
Some long ones. As Foster gets control, he'll fire it up to Jones. Jones driving the right wing side. Pulling up in the corner. It'll be battled for there. It's Jones coming away with it, trying to go to Bolus. It'll get just past his reach, and the Penguins were changing defensemen, so it'll make its way out the center. Across ice feed. Come indirect off the wall.
Here we go.
Here's Bolus in with a chance. To his back end. He hits iron.
Post for the Marlies, post for the Penguins. What a play there by Bolus to take that puck over to the backhand, up over the glove hand of the netminder. And that puck's going to go for an icing now.
Excellent. Couple of scoring chances there. Obviously, the one for the Marlies. Penguins with a couple here early on. I like the hop and the step here thus far.
Yep, absolutely. Great start to the team. Really a game for both teams here, I would say. Both have had some chances, had sent some pressure. Getting tongue-tied here, buddy.
And the scoreboard guy getting a little trigger happy at times with the clock and then starting it late.
Okay.
Calling him out already. See if we can get if he has his cell phone out down there. It's usually the sign of the clock being off. As Chappie battles, it'll be taken away. Good shot block by Caruso. A puck high in the air, and the cannoli run into.
Yeah, and Caruso goes over and gives him a love tap. You like to see anytime a teammate sticks up for the goaltender.
Absolutely. You got to keep those guys out of that blue paint. As down low is Golnack in behind for Halliday. Halliday behind the net. twist back into some trouble. But what hands to keep control. In front, the OG with a shot. It'll come off the goaltender.
Nice pressure here from this line.
Our angle, I thought that went in. I thought I hit the goalie and ended up in the back of the net.
So true.
As a wind and fire, it'll go off the pad of the cannoli and picked up here by Carlson. So we go back and forth a bit here. In weaves Carlson. Onside play. Able to carry it through the zone, but not force it in on net. It'll come back to the point for Pelly. Pelly in track, working it deep. Schweitzer peels off of a check. He'll get to it off the dish from Flume. He's tied up. It'll be tossed to the outside for the Marlies, and I believe it's Hein, H-E-I-N-E maybe. Getting it deep, track defends there all the way to the corner. It'll be Schweitzer up the half wall. Can't clear the zone, so the Marlies try to send it back in front. Good defensive play by 2-7 in white. The Marlies it is a great uniform matchup, George. The blue,
it really is.
Toronto Maple Leaf looking Marley uniforms, as they are named after the AHL affiliate of the Toronto Maple Leafs. That was an offside play. They let him get away with it.
Clearly offsides.
And the Penguins in their whites, the white uniforms, my favorites. The white jerseys, Penguin logo on the chest, black pants, white socks, and iconic gold Pennzoil helmets.
I think these white jerseys for the Pens are the best youth hockey unis that I've seen.
I would agree. I do also like the Junior Americans classic look of the Team USA look.
Yeah, that's true.
From the 80s, but I agree with you. I think these are still number one. Good communication here by the cannoli as he talks about the puck being rimmed around to the other side. That allows the back pressure of Foster to get to it first and win a battle. The Marlies will dump it back in off the stick of the Barodozer. He'll go off the skate and stays right in that war. Able to work it up the boards. It hops over the stick of Bolus, who pressures the point man. Could the Penguins potentially squeak out there? They won't. The Marlies will keep in the Penguins' end.
Yeah, the Penguins on multiple occasions now with the chance to get the puck out of the zone, not just this line, but really every shift so far. Marlies doing a nice job keeping that puck in the Penguins' end.
A heavy shot by Bolus to dump it in, but I liked it because it came back out and on-charging Jones causing havoc for the Marlies as they're tied up in the corner. Here's Golnak to it. Golnak and Halliday will battle at the Marlies line. We're on sides as it gains the zone. Golnak in. Getting it into the middle. Can Carlson get there? Just deflects off of a defender's stick. As the Fighting Planets go to work down low.
Good battle down deep there for the Penguins. You see Golnak going in now to support the puck.
Puck banked off the boards and cleared by Toronto.
Okay.
So we'll see a bunch of Toronto action here. The next Penguin game is also against a Toronto team, the Junior Canadians.
Yeah, the number one ranked team in Canada.
So Carlson darting to the corner. Marlies come away with it. Little update for those of you interested in the World Juniors, a 2-2 tie, U.S. and Finland. U.S. was down 2-0 early. They've come storming back. They're halfway through the third period in Sweden. The right to go to the gold medal game on the line and take on the hometown Swedes. As will be of interest to pretty much everybody tuning into this game, I'm sure. The American Penguins and the Canadian Marlboros as the cannoli comes up massive.
Wow. You see both teams kind of going at it in front. You see Chappie there showing some restraint, Jeremy. A battle ensues, and now actually you're going to see Chappie be taken to the box. I thought it was mutual. Both teams kind of going at it, but the Penguins now going to be playing shorthanded, it would appear. Coach Verbeek understandably confused about that call. It's going to be the Penguins now down a man. Going to be Pearsall, Flume up front with Track and Cameron Pelly on the back end.
So the Penguins will be on a penalty kill. Coach Verbeek getting the penalty explained to him at the Penguin bench. Chappie in the box. 90 seconds will go on the board.
Jeremy, you mentioned a minute ago about the angle. Are you kidding me with this camera angle here?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Right? Folks watching at home, this is an NHL caliber broadcast. Certainly the announcing, I would say, from the play-by-play.
Oh, no, mostly the color guy.
Yeah. Mike Jones working the camera. Thank you, Big Mike. Doing a great job.
Oh, boy. A bit of a clock issue there. I think I got it corrected. We do. but it's now showing a 2-minute penalty. Anyway, Marley's working it deep. I don't have the penalty time correct, folks, on your scoreboard. It went to a 2-minute penalty for some reason. Anyway, we're back out. And the Marlies will set things up in the neutral zone. I thought Pearsall was going to pick that off as a pass will come behind one player but right to another. Shot wide of the glove hand side. The Cannoli tracks it well. Little stick lift there by Pelly. Picked up by the Marlies. Worked up top to the point, and they'll set things up with the man advantage.
Oh, boy.
A deflection in front. The Cannoli big in net. Able to make the save. The Penguins able to clear. It will be icing.
So, Jeremy, on the car ride here, number 12, Braden, reminded me that 2 seasons ago, no, last year when they played, he had a breakaway goal against this team shorthanded. He put pressure on the point, so he said, you know what, if we play shorthanded today, we want to pressure the point. And you saw that a few times there, a few of those points. I call the points breakaway city because good things can happen. So we'll see if the Penguins, that was on his radar. I'm sure that's something they've talked about. But putting pressure on those Marlies defensemen, and hopefully the Penguins can get a shorthanded chance.
Marlies will keep it at the line. It's Schweitzer and Jones out. Burrows and Foster down deep. Schweitzer able to clear. It'll be no icing. They're going to say it went off the Marley defender, so the Penguins get lucky there, and Jones will track it down. Player tried to run into Jones. That did not go as well as he'd hoped.
Nope.
Schweitzer gets on the forecheck. Good disruption here by 23 in white. And his disruption forces the turnover to the stick of Jones. They'll force it deep again. Schweitzer back up on. Somebody else running into Jones. I think maybe they'll learn their lesson.
Oh, boy.
As Jones almost takes it away. This is a textbook PK here, forecheck. They've had that F3 high. Power play now expires, so the Penguins back to 5-on-5 action. See if they can gain a little bit of mo from that PK. Bolus bumped into. It's D-to-D by
here we go.
The Penguins, and up comes Bolus himself. He's got one off the iron already today. This one will take to the corner. In front for Carlson. He tries to go deep to Brenneman. Carlson will follow it up. Carlson around behind the cage. Tossed. Oh, I thought he was headed to the point. Instead, he'll go right in front for a redirect by Halliday, with the goalie got his twig to it first.
Nice look by Carlson there, Jeremy, to see Halliday streaking to the front of the net.
Halliday now at the line. Couldn't quite get control. Chappie will battle to the half wall. Up to the point. Oh. Off the iron beside Calabrese's. It has been Post City. As up comes Carlson. The Penguins able to get Golnack on as the full Fighting Planets get to the ice. As we don't know, the Fighting Planet line all goes to Mars.
Mars Fighting Planets.
The Mars Fighting Planets. First pointed out by Mr. Bolus, who wanted to name him after some obscure band no one ever heard of. It'll be Pearsall working it deep. In front is Halliday for the OG. It'll just come off his stick and not get through. Penguins continuing to work in the Marlies' end. Up in the air, pop to the glove of Halliday, and finally cleared by Toronto.
Boy, smart play by Halliday there. He touched the puck with his hand and quickly played it with his stick, so it wasn't a hand pass.
A shot by Pelly into the paraphernalia, and it is held on to. And we get a whistle. Not too many of these whistles here, George.
I agree. And you know what, Jeremy? Here we are, 4:44 to go in the first period. I think you're going to see an intermission here after the first period.
We will. Intermission between every 2 periods. I'll get an ice cut. So no ice cut before this game started. But we will see the ice cut following period number 1. So Penguins have fresh ice in the second and a better sheet for the third. And that'll be all tournament long. So you'll either get an intermission between the second and third period or the first and second period. So every 2 periods we'll see I actually love that setup.
Me too.
You don't end up with too many more ice cuts, really. I mean, as far as wasting rink time. But you're playing on some fresh ice here and there. So I like that.
Yep, I agree.
We get a whistle as the puck's tied up behind the Penguins' cage.
Jeremy, I would say 4:17 to go in the first period. The unofficial Commodore shot clock. 5 for the Penguins, 4 for the Marlies.
I think that's a good number.
Okay.
Obviously, those posts not counted as shots.
Correct. Yeah, that's right. Oh, here we go.
as Schweitze able to get control. You mentioned the point. There's a face-off win. Driving one towards the cage that'll skip just wide of the near post.
Good chance there. You always want to capitalize on those chances. I don't think the Marlies are going to give you too many of those odd man chances.
Schweitzer back in the zone. Has it knocked away. It'll be Duke. Back the other way. That's a good hockey name, Duke.
Duke. The Duke.
Duke dumps it into the corner. It'll be batted clear by Pelly, and he picks it up on his own. He'll swipe it across. Here's Brenneman through center. The speedy forward tries to go outside-inside move on a line change there. That's a good move. I mean, you got your teammates changing behind you. That's a time to try to undress somebody.
Yeah, you're going to do it. That's the time.
Puck rolling around behind the Penguins' cage. It'll be picked up by Foster. He was looking at Bolus but thought better of it. He'll go up the other side to Brenneman, but it'll be an icing.
That's what I like about Danny Foster, though. I always say he's a hockey computer. You can see his brain kind of computing. He thought he was going to go far side, but you know what? He didn't like what he saw, so he didn't force it, Jeremy. He didn't force it. Instead, he went up the near wall, tried to get the puck in deep that way. And this Marlies team, they're looking for those odd man chances, those fast breaks. So really nice play there. Heads up play by Danny Foster.
It'll be Jones on the defensive dot. Puck controlled by Toronto.
A nice stick by Foster.
Good play by Jones to force it up. It'll come off the Penguin wing and just knocked away from Jones at the last second. The Marlies try to drive the middle. Rowan Burrows able to get control, work it up the wall, but not out. The stick of Burrows in the way again. Good stick by number 10 for the Penguin defense here. As he breaks up a third attempt. A reversal by Bolus will find Burrows. Burrows' centering pass off the skate of Jones. Bolus runs into a Marley. As Brenneman will pluck it off the wall. Comes free. Jones with a drive. He tried that high blocker side. The goalie had to lunge at it.
Yep, sure did. Oh, here we go.
Puck will come off of a Penguin forechecker right to the OG for a shot that's down low and off the pad.
So the Penguins have had some pressure, had some chances, but again, not a ton of sustained zone time. And that's a credit to the Marlies, right?
In front for chances. Halliday wedges it just wide of the net as he tried to pull it around. Sprawled out was the Tendy. I don't know if he's able to find that post or not. That was a good play by the goaltender there. Worked up high to the point. A heavy drive by Chappie with traffic in front. Rebound there. It's wedged and chopped at towards the cage by the OG and gobbled up by the netminder.
And the Penguins here, definitely with the better of the play the last few minutes. It's been all Penguins here. And some really standout plays. You saw Bolus with a few nice plays there to regroup in his own zone. Same thing with Foster. So you're starting to see these players, make those plays.
It'll be Halliday at the blue line. Tossing it in is Chappie. You know what we will do during the first intermission, George, is we're going to go to the chat. So if you get a minute, number one, make sure you hit the subscribe button.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can chat. It takes about 5 minutes after. You can join us on the chat. We'll get to our world-famous Cine TV chat, live chat here at the intermission as the Penguins. Carlson pulls it around with 90 seconds to go. Halliday tries to get it towards the cage. It's taken away. 3-on-3 for the Marlies. They'll gain the line. Joe Dragman, the Bedard-type shot there. Disrupted by the foot of a Penguin defenseman, and back comes Schweitze. He seems like he has a hop today. You find Pearsall up top for Flume. And D'Angelo Flume has put the Penguins on top.
Boy, great play by the Penguins there. Schweitze breaking the puck out of his own zone. He holds that puck and is patient across the blue line, dishes it wide to Pearsall, and then drives the net. Schweitze makes the play by driving to the net. Pearsall drops it to Flume, and he made no mistake about it. From the top of the circle, that gives the Penguins a big 1-0 lead.
And D'Angelo Flume is not a player. He just crushes a lot. The Penguins have a very important first goal. And they're back in the Marlies end, trying to get another one inside of a minute here. Marlies will try the near side, flipping it out to center. There's Track. Up for Pearsall. The goal-scoring line remaining on here for the Penguins as Track will fire it off a defender. into the bench.
42 seconds to go here in the first period. Now, Jeremy, when it comes to the intermission, I've heard some rumors that there might be potentially some highlight reel footage that's going to be played. Is that true?
We're going to do our best to give you some of the highlights from our last weekend at the Midwinter Classic.
Okay.
So some of that was already, of course, posted on Cine TV. For those of you who are huge Cine TV fans, you can find some of those highlights on Cine TV. However, you're also going to be able to see an enhanced and extended version.
Okay.
We've added about 5 or 6 more highlights. So
there's no shortage of highlights, right?
nope. And it appears as if maybe the Team USA will give you some play-by-play there, too. Is I think they're headed to a power play here late in the third. They're going to call a hook or a trip. I don't know. I can understand why Finland is not.
That was a soft one, buddy.
Overly thrilled with that call. We've got the game on here in the oven. But I believe Team USA headed to the man advantage here in Sweden. I was too busy watching that. I've already wound our clock down 10 extra seconds. That's all right.
We're at 10 seconds to go here in the period.
The Marlies will work it to the Penguin line. Off the board, it'll be in behind for what will be an icing.
So 6 seconds. I've always wondered, what's the math on pulling your goalie here with like 4, 5, 6 seconds left, Jeremy? Can a team win the faceoff and ice it?
I don't know at 13.
Right, I don't know if they're strong enough
or
to win
12,
it.
what the math is.
To wind up, make it right.
I know in the NHL they usually say about 1.5 to 2 seconds.
And that's a heck of a boy. Oops.
No worries.
Heck of a.
That's a very big jump from the NHL to 12-year-olds. But I would put it at about 3 would be maybe my number.
Like right there, that looked like it was too much time.
Yeah.
Just as I watched it unfold. Also, some of it depends on how quickly the scorekeeper clicks that button.
Yeah.
Right. So and we've seen a little bit of varying degrees of quickness here in that first period.
So let us go to the chat here. And what do we got? You got to go with the first two first. I mean.
Well, first of all, we have the most beautiful woman in the world, Carolyn Pearsall, the mother of the Commodore. Go Pens, get him. She's actually at home not feeling her best, so I think she's trying to let a Cine TV broadcast nurse her back into good health. So
I hear it has that healing effect.
Yes, well, the sound of your voice
mostly yours.
Always heals me. And then, of course, we have Cine TV's #1 fan, Aunt Stephanie. Aunt Steph, go
The
Pens.
one, the only.
Yeah, that's right.
We also have Juan Hua and everybody's aunt, Aunt Jill.
That's right. Jill Flume, as I call her, right?
And another, I mean, if you're having a competition, it'd be hard to name anybody more beautiful than my mother-in-law. Sue Stet's out there as well, joining us from Johnstown, as we will take you to a bit of an intermission here, and we'll run that highlight video for you. We'll be back with some second period action from Silver Sticks here in Port Huron, Michigan. right, everybody. Welcome back here to the International Silver Sticks from Port Huron, Michigan. Truly a really nice venue. Obviously, this rink, the big rink that they play at. We'll play at all 3 locations, I believe, throughout the weekend. But our hotel right on the water, you can see right into Canada. You can watch the boats come in from Lake Huron.
So good.
Flowing their way over to Lake Erie through, I believe, Lake St. Clair.
Yep.
Just south of here. Just a really neat environment. The hotel staff, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Welcoming upon check-in. Setting up areas for, like families to congregate, which is always a big thing when you're, at a hockey trip.
And by the way,
super polite people.
The hotel right on the river there, you look across out your window from the hotel. It's Canada right there.
And they seem genuinely thankful to have us, whereas sometimes you go on the hockey trips and the hotels, with the way kids can be, they don't always seem, they're happy to get your credit card number, but not always happy to have you in the building. These guys seem genuinely happy to have people there. So that's been fantastic. And we do have a little bit of an update. Team USA has the 3-2 lead, and actually apparently my phone's a bit delayed. They have emerged victorious and are headed to the gold medal game after a 3-2 victory over Finland, scoring on that man advantage that we talked about before we went to intermission, getting a power play goal from Cutter Gauthier. And the Americans will take on the hometown Swedes. And the last time the U.S. won the World Juniors,
tell me,
they took on the host Canadians in Edmonton.
Okay.
So the Penguins, Team USA feeds off that underdog visiting,
in their barn
kind of setup. So that game will be coming at you as the Finns will take on the Czechs in the bronze medal game at the World Juniors. So the Team USA coming back from a 2-0 deficit early in the first period with 3 unanswered.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You're hoping the Penguins here can hold their lead a little bit better than the Finns did, right?
Yes.
In the World Juniors. So the team's now lined up at the door, ready to come back on the ice as the Zamboni doors have now been closed. And you'll have to wonder here, the first few shifts, right? Because normally when the Zamboni goes, Jeremy, before a game, there's warm-ups, there's a chance for the puddles to sort of dry up. But the Penguins now are going to come out against the Marlies right here on the fresh ice without a warm-up.
I don't know if they get a warm-up, actually. They may get a little bit of a warm-up here.
Think?
I'm not sure, actually. I really don't remember from our last trek up here to Port Huron. So it might just be like they're doing right now, like a skating-type warm-up. But this will be an interesting part because this is one of the only times for kids this particular age. In 2 years, they get an intermission.
Right.
But right now, at this age, you don't get intermissions. So what was said in the Marlies locker room? What adjustments are they going to make to counterattack? As you said, I think the Penguins had the better of the play in the first period and have that showing up on the scoreboard on the Flume goal.
Right.
What are the Penguins learning from Coach Verbeek in the locker room? What are they working on? What have they talked about? What adjustments might they make to counteract some of the things the Marlies have done?
Yeah, and so often, with the 09s, because they do get that intermission, and it's generally between the second and third period. So in that scenario, you have most of the game played and an opportunity to make some last-minute changes. Now here, with an intermission after the first period, it's, hey, we've had an appetizer. What did we see? And there's still the bulk of the game left to be played. So no doubt both coaches drawing up some plays on the dry erase board, pointing out some things that both teams here can focus on. But, by the way, I would say after the entire first period, Jeremy, the Penguins did get the better of the play late in the period. The unofficial Commodore shot clock, 10 for the Penguins and 6 for the Marlies. That's what it is. 10-6, so what do you think? Good?
I like it.
Okay.
I like it. I think it's a good number. And by the way, that number's off. I've got 49,827 people joining us live right now.
Okay.
So thanks for joining us on the number 1 place for youth hockey, Cine TV. Make sure you click that subscribe button, as well as find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I should throw the schedule up on the Facebook. I have Facebook and Twitter access. I think Mr. Paris has the Instagram stuff as we get an offside at the Penguin line.
Do you find people trying to slide into your DMs on the Cine TV
mostly
Instagram?
asking about the Commodore and if they can get your digits.
Okay.
So that's the most frequent DM is request more Commodore and also if there are photos available of you as well. Preferably beach pictures is the main request. So
the Commodore's OnlyFans account, you know, we could arrange that. So Penguins now taking on the Marlies here. Period 2 begins, and it's the Carlson line that starts with Pelly and Track on the back end.
Once cross ice feet will come off a stick right to Halliday, and he drives in. Behind the cage, he'll carry in front. Carlson winding, firing, and just couldn't get it off as quick as you could see he wanted to. It kind of hit him on the heel of the stick. Was able to get it back under control, but the goalie able to come over and get a pillow on that one. A 10-bell scoring chance for the Penguins early on. He'll be sent back up by Trek off the skate of a defender. Picked up by Carlson. Sent back up the wall for Halliday. Out of the corner comes Carlson. Weaving to the middle. Tries to get it to that backhand. As the Penguins were changing there. Good job by Golnak.
Mark plays there. Did you see that? To manage the too many men. Too much man?
Too much man.
Okay.
As Flume will look for Pearsall. The Marlies will take control. Carrying up the left wing side. They'll dump it in behind. It'll be Chappie into the corner to pick it up. The Marlies with 1 power play, I believe, in the first. Penguins without a power play.
That's right. No power plays for the Pens. They're due.
As it's tossed back behind the cannoli again, here's Caruso. Caruso bodied off the puck. Now Pearsall digging deep. He'll toss it up the wall for Schweitzer. He's under attack immediately. Tried to get that puck to his forehand. Second too long there, and it was on the forecheck pressure, but back out come the Pens as Chappie finds Pearsall. He drives in, fires one, it's blocked. Schweitzer driving the net there, looking for the rebound that ends up behind the cage.
Nice stick there by the Brodozer to keep it in. And now it goes into the Penguin zone.
Counter-attacked by the Marlies all the way to the Penguins end. It will be the Brodozer back to it in the corner. Tossing it to the opposite side for Foster. Marlies trying to dig one out along the wall. Penguins will outnumber him there. I like that. Pass behind the net, taken away from Burrows, but it will be worked to the outside. Here's Schweitzer to his backhand, up to D'Angelo Flume. Potential 3-on-2 developing, and the Penguins will dump it in and get a change. I don't mind the change there.
Oh, and smart play by Flume. I think Jones probably wanted that puck, but the Penguins now able to get some fresh bodies out with possession.
Shot off the glove, looking for Brenneman as the Penguins dig down deep. Brenneman whacking away at the side of the net.
Boy, was he ever. Chopping away. I love to see it.
Getting in that kitchen. Bolus along the boards. He's had a couple opportunities in this one. As it's to the line, they'll say onside. I again disagree. Penguins will regroup, though, in their own end. Foster across for Brenneman. He's in onside. Fire from Jones, deflects by Brenneman, and it's kicked. I don't know if that would have been on net, but it was kicked out nonetheless.
Boy, a quick reflex there from the Marlies goalie, Jeremy. He gets that leg pad out.
It's Foster along the wall. The whistle blows, and we get a stop in play. Is that offsides?
I'm not sure what the call was. I think they did call it offsides, but I didn't see it. See the replay here. Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
All right. Well, here we go.
Hit the wrong button there. Accidentally threw up a goal for the Penguins. We'll take it. Let's get one. Let's make it happen.
Next goal's a big one, Jeremy.
Here's Carlson. Behind the net.
Nice cycle there by the Penguins down
for
low.
Halliday. It'll be the Marlboros coming away with it. Near side. They'll bat it down, and it's Pelly. Trying to get to the middle. Here's Golnak. Now Carlson. Cutting inside. Looking. He'll fire one at the cage. Rebound in front. Couldn't be forced in by Halliday.
Wait, did you see the lateral crossovers there by Carlson at the top of the circle to kind of cut that puck into the inside? Just really nice edge work there from Jack.
Marlies will dump it behind the cannoli. Pelly will defend out of the corners. The Marlies get to the puck first. They'll try to work it deeper in the Penguin zone and set up a cycle. Here's Halliday along the wall. get control and working back up top. A shot by Birch and the rebound kicked out by the Cannoli. Not once, but twice.
There might have been a third one in there. Holy cannoli. Let's watch this replay. A number of scoring chances there. And
I'm showing the fans the replay right now, too, as the Cannoli.
1, 2, 3. 3 saves. All right. Wow. Calabrese is in the game.
Oh, he's come up huge so far.
Dialed in.
Preserving this 1-0 lead. A couple big stops by the Cannoli as the Penguins will work it out to center. Return back to their zone for control by the Marlies. Defended along the wall by Chappie.
Nice play there by Chappie. Physical play.
Puck worked in front. He'll come through the high slot all the way across to Schweitzer. Schweitzer up for Flume. It just kind of goes, bounces over his backhand and couldn't quite be corralled by Pearsall. And back come the Marlies. Cutting to the middle on Chappie. Good footwork there to kick that puck aside, and it's Caruso behind his own net. Up off the stick of Schweitzer. Dumped in behind. Penguins couldn't escape. They'll try the other side now. It's Chappell up for Pearsall. That puck off of his twig. Back come the Marlies. Chappie again to the outside. This one for Flume, couldn't get it out. Off Pearsall's stick in front, and the Cannoli will glove that one and hold on.
Yeah, a few sloppy plays there on that shift where the Penguins trying to get that puck out of the zone and not able to stop or get clean stick or wood on that puck. So the Penguins now with a fresh set of bodies to go out there, and we want to keep that puck out of the zone, right?
Yeah.
I know the Cannoli, although you know what, the Cannoli's so crazy, he probably loves it in his zone, you know? He's hardwired that way, right? I think all goalies probably are. Not the goalie dads.
Yeah, no, the goalie dads would like the puck 200 feet away at all times, except at practice. You better take all the work we can get at practice. Talking about practice? Anyway, it's 9 minutes to go. Here's the Marlies possessing the Penguins' end. Chop to the outside. Good possession here by the Marlies.
Oh, here we go.
Try to ramp things up. Jones almost gets free. Second attempt. Bolas will find him. He's got Brenneman going with him. Across for Brenneman.
Oh.
I don't know if he was tripped up on the play. I couldn't tell.
Great. Oh, boy.
Heavens, Jones hit somebody. Nope. We'll play on.
Jones getting very lucky with that no call there by the refs.
Maybe a give back on what they thought maybe could have been a call on Brenneman streaking down. I don't know.
Okay. Maybe.
They'll play in the corner. It's Bros. Dislodging the puck for Halliday. Halliday.
There it is. That dump in allows the fresh set of bodies to come out there. Nice play, and here's a scoring chance here for the Pens.
Off the backhand of Carlson. Kept out by the goaltender. Up top is Pelly. Pelly. Across the top, Carlson. Carlson.
Oh, boy.
Pressured, knocked down. Golnack on the back pressure.
Guess who, huh?
The OG breaking up what could have been a dangerous play there.
He's done that 2 or 3 times today, Jeremy. You start to take it for granted because Owen does those plays so regularly.
In front off the back of the cage. He'll come free to the point for a shot off the side of the net. Right to a Marley. Across the top of the crease. Couldn't get the backhander off. Oh. Marley's in deep now. It'll be Pelly. A good delay and off the boards. It'll get out. Out. Darn puck out. And the Marlies will try to regroup in their own end. Penguins trying for a change here. They will get most of it up front anyway. Track reverses to Pelly. Marley's changing, giving the Penguins room on this near side as Pelly peels off the wall. Up the outside, turning with it. Schweitzer in on sides. He's in the zone. He'll wind, he'll fire. It's a blocker. Side save on a heavy shot from the mathematician. Now the Penguins go to work down low. It'll be Flume with a shot off the out. I think the goalie's, I thought the puck got through it. The goalie's skate hit the outside of the net as the goalie got the puck.
Yeah, so you see those give and go plays down there, Jeremy? The Penguins trying to set up possession in the offensive zone, and yes, we see a chat. Jason Julius chiming in on the chat. I don't agree with what he said. He said Jeremy is too much man, and I disagree.
So does my wife.
Okay.
Not enough, man.
Okay. Alrighty.
Worked in behind by the Penguins. Schweitzer and Pearsall back there pressuring as the Marlies will try the far side. Under back pressure by Flume. It'll break it up and played up by Caruso. Here comes Pearsall through center. Good positioning by the Marlies to force things to the outside. Pearsall drag it back to the middle. Chop that by Flume. Back behind for Pearsall. Back for D'Angelo. His near side shot, a one-timer, was ticketed for that corner. And a puck from behind comes off the goalie, ends up with it underneath.
Oh, boy. Yeah. The Penguins there with the lucky bounce. And, boy, you saw heavy pressure from the Marlies. You see Calabrese making another number of big stops. Now you see the pendulum starting to swing the other direction with the Penguins now. Rolling shift after shift with great pressure.
Face-off will be for Jones. Near side, dot of the offensive zone. Penguins will win that one, but it splits the defense. It'll be Chappie in his own end, under pressure. Notice this 91 for them quite a bit. Center iceman for the Marlies is Bolus. Plays it off the boards in front of his own bench. It'll just be too far for the outreaching Jones, and back come the Marlies. Is Hansen the last name? Wonder if he's got a twin.
Uh-oh, here we go. Brenneman collides
brother.
with Brenneman there collided with one of the defenders. I thought the Penguins might have an odd man chance.
The Marlies will set things up and try to control in their own end under immediate pressure from Brenneman. Up off of Hansen, brought on by the Marlies, Longo. Longo to the line, defended perfectly there by Chappie. Forcing it in behind the Penguins net. He loses his twig, but he'll boot it with the skate. Chappie again, I think, with the boot as a shot comes in. It's up high, and the Cannoli able to cradle that puck in.
Yeah, it's amazing how even these two teams play. And Jeremy, a lot of similarities. You know, the Marlies ranked 5th in Canada. The Pens ranked 2nd in the United States. The Penguins average 4.8 goals per game in their season so far. Marlies average 4.6 goals per game. So
two high-scoring teams as this one deflects in. A shot off the face-off will deflect up and over the glove side, I believe, of the Cannoli. That was definitely deflected in front.
Yeah, we're going to zoom in. That puck one back. It looks like it just gets up off the shoulder, the left shoulder.
Yeah.
Of the Cannoli, and looked like it was definitely through some traffic, and he reacted kind of at the last minute, so my guess is it came through some traffic. He got the arm up, but it just deflects up and in, and now we're going to play this game all knotted at 1.
So tying it up are the Marlies, and the Penguins will try to strike back yet again. It'll be Halliday, and a beautiful glove save.
I love the play by Carlson there. He did not go for the puck, instead opted to lift the stick of the defender, which created the chance for Halliday. Great play by Jack Carlson.
The Marlies now counterattacking, and we always talk about that all-important shift after a goal.
Yep.
You get the goal against, and the Penguins right back with a quick scoring chance.
Yeah, boy, oh boy, you want to see these players respond the right way, and boy, they certainly did there. Again, I go back to that Carlson play. The puck's there, but he opts to take out the defender's stick, allowing Halliday to come scoop that puck up and get a great chance. The quick glove from the Marlies netminder, only thing that kept that puck from going in.
It'll be Track. Looking for Flume. It'll miss him. No icing the call. Flume was tied up. That's a really good call by the official.
Yeah, the player could have played it. The Marlies player had a chance, and now this one's probably going to go. This one's going to go for an ice. There we go.
So icing the call here, and we'll go back to the Marlies and near side face-off.
You talk about hockey workload. Jeremy, games played. This is the 45th game of the season for the Marlies. This is game 38 for the Penguins. So similar, I would say. But, yeah, 45. And, again, game 38 here for your Penguins.
Both teams hoping to add 7 to that number this weekend. A potential 7-game weekend.
Yeah, that's right.
As we'll play today, and then not back in action until tomorrow morning, 9:30 will be that one. And then again at 5:15 tomorrow. So 2 games tomorrow for the Penguins.
Boy, just in heavyweight after heavyweight, right?
Here we go to number 1, then number 3 in Ontario. So
513.
Yeah.
Cincinnati zip code. Thank you.
Oh, I was just about to ask if anyone knew what zip code that was.
Yeah.
Of course, the Commodore does.
I get paid good money to know those things, Jeremy.
It'll be Pearsall.
You get paid money for this?
No.
Okay.
I wish. We should definitely start like a buy the crew a beer GoFundMe or something. We had one at one point in time. I don't know if there's anything in it. I don't even know if it's still up. Paris set it up one day. I thought it was great.
That's so
It's
good.
like buy Cine TV crew a beer. We do have Venmo. Cine TV has Venmo.
Okay.
You can always Venmo us money for a beer. A round of drinks on the Cine TV fans. Here's Pelly up for Pearsall. Darting in, firing one, and that just misses wide.
Nice play by Flume there. Moves his feet, Jeremy, gets into the lane and keeps that puck in the Penguins' possession. Nice play by Flume.
I feel like this line's been very, very good. And I go back even to the penalty kill. It was, I believe, Pearsall and Flume initially, and then Jones and Schweitzer.
Yeah, Schweitzer and
Schweitzer on that
Jones.
forecheck was great. And then obviously that line with the goal, the play by Schweitzer to drive the net, the pass by Pearsall, the shot by Flume.
Yep.
Just the way you draw it up, so. Penguins will have a D-zone draw here after an icing. A good call again by the official. And another tricky play off the face-off. Penguins are going to have to be careful of that.
Same exact play.
Here comes Brenneman, leaving it for Jones. He'll fire one. That goes off of his stick, and it's up in behind the net. Rims all the way through the corner. Good back pressure by Bolus. I thought he's had a really good game so far.
Definitely.
A couple scoring chances and making plays through the neutral zone quite a bit as the Penguins will be offside at the line.
Yeah, you see Bolus and Golnak both, and I'm sure there's other players that are doing it, but I've noticed them time after time with that back pressure, allowing the team to regroup and head back into the Marley zone. It's those little plays, Jeremy. It's not just about scoring, but it's about the possession, wearing the opponent down. Great plays from those two.
Be carried on here by the Marlies. Off the stick of the Cannoli. Batted down low, and it'll be put in front and through the top of the crease, picked up by Bolus. Fired all the way around by the Marlies. It'll be under pressure here by Caruso.
Oh, Jones. Was that Jones with the physical play?
Yep.
They were letting him go.
Back comes Bolus. He'll cut in. Good body position here by Halliday as he cuts in and gains position. You know, I was reading one of those things, those like Instagram pictures. I was onside.
There's a Marlies player on the Penguins bench. Bolus and Jones trying to change the Marlies player in the way. So they shoved the Marlies player into the Penguins bench there. You don't see that all the time.
No, and at the same time, they called an offside on a play I don't think was anywhere near. Oh, yeah, the player had yet to exit. Okay, I got it. Good call again by these officials. One skate still on the ice there. That Marley player, I think, was trying to get off and out of the Penguin bench and just wreaking havoc over there. But the Penguins were offsides on the play. Battle in the D zone here. You hear the Marlies coach yell out F3.
Yep.
That vernacular we're used to. But I was mentioning, like one of those little sayings I saw, and it reminded me of Jimmy Halliday. They talk about professional hockey, and this one was like, you only have the puck on your stick, 2 to 3% of the time when you're playing a hockey game. So many people train what you do with the puck on your stick. It's such a little bit of time.
Yep.
How many people train what you do without the puck in your stick? And those body position plays we just saw from Halliday, just beating a guy to the net, getting his body in front, getting body position, creating havoc for the defense. Those are the things you do when you don't have the puck that result in glory when you do.
That's true. Big save there by the Cannoli. A turning shot from the Marlies player.
Cross ice feed by Golnak.
And there we go.
Halliday with that stick lift across for the OG. His one-timer just comes off of the stick and wide to the corner.
Halliday having himself a game as well.
Minute and a half to go. The Penguins scored late in the first. Can they get one late in period two? Bros and Foster play catch. There's Golnak at the line. Has it knocked away.
Penguins are going to be shorthanded. I'm not sure. We're going to call a slash, and that's going to go against Halliday, number 19 for the Penguins. So with 1:19 to go here in the second, the Penguins are going to have to kill off a big 90-second man advantage for the Marlies. Penguins sending out Pearsall and Flume up front. Pelly and Linden Track as the D pair.
So the Penguins will be on the penalty kill hopefully for the rest of this period.
Yep. Remember, we're going to talk about pressuring those points here on the PK, right? We've talked about that so far.
There's Pearsall doing it, looking for it.
Telling you.
Do it again.
There's something there.
Especially with a single high point. Man, there's the pressure. Can the Penguins chop it free? They do. Could it be Flume? He's in alone. The Penguin goal scorer to his backhand. And there's a slash on Pearsall as well. So we're going to at least have a hook. They're going to call a slash on the Marlies. You could have had another one.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm so happy about the stick of Pearsall breaking because that means a trip to Pure Hockey or something later, right? Oh, my.
I just had to do that for Cameron at practice the other day. I got a call last night on the way up here. We're almost to Port Huron. I get a call, Dad, my stick is in 3 pieces. I'm like, ah. So talk about Mom of the Year, though. No sticks available at Pure Hockey in Cranberry. No sticks available at Pure Hockey down south. I think for Beak asking about the stick break in front, how that was not a second slash. I'm curious as to the answer as well.
They were already calling a penalty. Then they break his stick as he's looking to get the rebound. I don't know.
I would have been 2 slashes in my book.
Yep. Yeah, the Penguins now going to play 4-on-4.
Pearsall with a new twig. But yeah, so Pirani's Hockey World coming through for the Evans family. But Mom of the Year, Jen Evans, she's headed to Pirani's right after work today to make sure she can secure it as the Tens have games this weekend on Saturday. So a bucket in front, swiped that by Pearsall and cleared by the Marlies.
By the way, we talked about pressuring the points there on the penalty kill, and you see that scoring chance. We've seen a couple of those now for the Penguins here in this game.
Pelly will carry it through the neutral zone. A good behind-the-back feed here to Track. Penguins onside at the line. Track decked on the play. And I think the Penguins have gotten away with a few, but that would have definitely been called in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
As it'll come back to the Penguin end for Track. Flume looking for it as he'll cut across, trying to tap it across to Pearsall. His time will expire here in the second frame. So no intermission this time, and you'll get the little gathering at the benches like we usually do for about 60 to 90 seconds. So the Marlies even it up in the second period. What do you think of period 2?
Yeah, I think you saw a more evenly played game there. I think the Penguins controlled the first. The Marlies certainly pushing back. And I think that's going to be reflected, Jeremy, in the unofficial Commodore shot clock. After 2 periods of play, the Penguins with 17 shots and the Marlies with 15. So the Marlies with the better the shot clock there in the second period. And just a really even game thus far. And it's going to come down to this third period, right? Which one of these teams is going to step up and get that big goal or make that big play?
And I agree. I thought the Marlies kind of carry play a little bit, maybe beginning to middle of that period. But I really think the Penguins stepping it up there towards the end. Getting a couple good scoring chances here in the last few minutes. So they're gathered around head coach Kyle Verbeek. He's flanked by assistants Joe Pelly and Jim Halliday. Joe Pelly not having to pull double duty this week. I thought the 13s would be here. It looks like the 11s are the only Pens team at Silver Sticks this year of the odd birth years. No 09s.
No 09s.
No 13s.
No 13s, that's right.
So the 11's going to carry the torch here for the Penguins. As right now we're tied at 1 with the Toronto Marlboros, also known as the Marlies. Easier to say on the broadcast. Your ears call them that. They wear the matching jerseys to Toronto's minor league hockey team carrying the same name. I wonder if they actually play in that facility. Really neat building down along the water in Toronto where the Marlies actually play out of. Pretty cool facility. Like an older style looking barn. So,
by the way, the Penguins, it should be noted, they're playing 4-on-4 here for the next few seconds. Now Halliday's going to come out of the box and they're going to look for that odd man chance. It goes for an ice, but you see Chappie there looking for that home run pass, trying to hit Halliday out of the box. Heads up play.
Faceoff will come back to the Penguin zone on the far dot.
Verbeek starting this period with the Carlson unit. I think he liked the Halliday out of the box option to keep the lines intact there. So Clever coaching there from Coach Verbeek.
Rolling puck will come free to the point, driven to the corner. It'll be Chappie back to get it. Under pressure, Penguins can't clear. These can be danger situations here. They'll retreat again. This time it's Caruso. He'll find Carlson. Carlson has it go off the back of his stick, but he stays right with it. Nothing but stick-to-itiveness from 90 and white.
As usual.
The Marlies will clear the zone. It'll be gathered in by Halliday in his own end. Up for Carlson. In flight into the offensive zone. Keeping it to the outside for a top shot rebound. Wedged just wide by Halliday on that glorious opportunity for the boys in white to regain the lead. It'll be Carlson off the wall, stopping, turning, bringing it in. Tied up on the play.
Oh, boy.
Good support by Halliday. Popped off his stick to the near corner. The Marlies will try the near side on a breakout. Penguins changing forwards. And an offside call.
By the way, Jeremy, as you look around this rink, certainly you see a lot of banners, a lot of retired numbers. What you don't necessarily realize is that the Penguins, within their program, have an alum of the Port Huron professional hockey community. None other than Trevor Edwards, playing games for the Port Huron Beacons and the Port Huron Flags. Almost 200 games that he played here in Port Huron.
200, almost 200 games.
Yeah.
And our clock not running at all here. Now we get it back up and going. We get about a 10-second of extra minutes here, 10 seconds of extra time here added to us. Good in a 1-1 game.
By the way, it should be noted, Coach Edwards, 101 penalty minutes his second year in Port Huron. Was he playing the rough stuff that year, huh?
I think they were all questionable calls.
Okay.
Questionable calls for sure. But it looked like maybe a major in there if there's an odd number. I'm not going to say there was. I'm just going to point out.
Okay, well. So certainly a rink that the Edwards family is familiar with here. And the Penguins hoping that they can represent Trevor well and come away from this game here victorious.
In a beautiful area just across from Sarnia, Ontario.
Oh, boy.
As Pelly goes weaving through and just couldn't quite get that backhander by the goaltender on a great rush, weaving through the defense by the Penguins defenseman.
Yeah, the Penguins there on a line change. You see Pelly take advantage of it, take the ice in front of him, and knife through the defense with a great scoring chance. That was a backhander, right?
Yeah, and that's what you can. That's where speed can just absolutely dominate in hockey. You saw the speed Pelly able to carry through the neutral zone as Flume taps it forward. I think he was looking for Schweitzer on that side. It'll be tossed back down by the Marlies. It'll be icing.
Oh, boy.
As they were just getting to the puck as it crossed the line, it will be an ice. And it'll come the whole way back up.
Now the Penguins, you see that goal against from that face-off play. Face-off so important. Seeing if they can get a face-off goal of their own here with the puck being dropped to the right.
Is that Mr. Bolus with a camera down there? I see the big lens.
You see that?
Todd Bolus breaking out the fancy camera today. As it'll be won by the Penguins to the point. Chappie putting it into that danger. He's looking for Flume. It came off of a defender. Almost popped free to a Penguin at the front of the net. The Marlies will try to regroup in their own end. Forecheck pressure by Schweitzer. His forecheck frees it up. Flume finds Pearsall. Pearsall to the corner. No battle there. Good support by Schweitzer as he comes in, gets it back to Pearsall. In front, Flume, forehand, backhand to forehand for a shot that's down low. Pearsall was tied up at the side of the cage. When I say tied up, it was potentially with a rope. As the Marlies took him away from making any play on that rebound. Good play there by the defense.
Yeah.
Flume will gather it in his own end.
You'd have to think the refs here are going to let the boys play, right? It's a third period of a tournament here. Tied. You'd like to see the players decide it best they can.
Schweitzer, one touch, looking for Carlson, who tries to tap it by. Be gathered in by the Marlies at their own line. Under pressure by Halliday. They'll take it to the red line and get it in. No icing. He gains the line. Caruso, first one to it. Able to get it to the area behind the net before playing it to his partner, Chappie. Penguins potentially have numbers here. As they'll send it up. It's Golnack tapping it into the Marlies end. Couldn't quite get control, but Caruso will. He'll fire it back to the Marlies zone. They'll get control in the high slot. Chopped out of the air by Halliday near the line. It'll be gathered in by Foster at his own blue line. D to his partner, Burrows. Burrows up for Carlson. Carlson inside, now outside. Bumped off the puck. Played to the corner where Golnack will be the first one to it. Penguins in control here, looking to set up the cycle.
A physical play there by the Marlies player, taking Golnack down. I thought you could see a body check call there.
We haven't seen it yet. I don't think we'll see it here late in the third. As we're a third of the way through the third frame here at Silver Sticks. Game one, a big one. This is a crossover game between the divisions as well. These teams not in the same division. So the extra points you can get from this game could be gigantic. When you look at the Penguins' division, is a breakout pass picked off by Longo. His shot blocked perfectly by the Pens defense. It'll be chopped all the way down by the Penguins. They were looking for a change.
I love it.
And they'll get it.
I love the play by Halliday there. The Penguins, you could see, were dragging. They were exhausted at the end of a long shift, and Halliday makes no mistake. He sends that puck down for the icing. A great icing call there from Halliday. And the Penguins now going to send out the Jones unit. 5 fresh bodies for the Penguins.
Track and Pelly, the defense pair. It'll be Calabrese at the top of his crease. Puck will be controlled by Jones. Worked into the middle. It'll come free to a Marley for a shot that rams off a stick and goes high into the netting.
Boy, oh boy. Those face-off plays here. You see the Marlies with their first goal and trying to capitalize again there. That puck right between the hash marks, Jeremy. It was kind of tied up by both teams. Marley's lucky to come away with it and bounces up into the netting here.
Puck work to the near corner for Bolus. Up for Jones. Jones with speed. Here's where that speed can kill his shot. Stick on puck deflects to the corner. It'll be Jones in behind as the Marlies will gain control and go up the far side. Here's Pelly with it at his own line. Across for Bolus. Bolus looking for Jones. It'll pop free to Brenneman. Brenneman darting in. Far side wall. He'll chop it further. Sending it for Bolus. Here's Track to it. Track couldn't quite come away with it. They'll battle. And out come the Marlies. Poking it by Pelly. Back pressure by Bolus. A breakaway, and he'll wind, fire, and score. So there's that point pressure, just the other way.
We say breakaway city, right? The puck, when it's at that point, is breakaway city, and the Marlies able to take advantage of that puck, take it in deep, and I think they went over the glove hand of Calabrese. And now the Penguins, if they want to emerge victorious here, they're going to be playing from behind. Something that this Penguins team has done a number of times successfully this year. But a 2-1 lead now for the Marlies.
So the Penguins will have to strike back here as it'll come off the stick of Flume. This is the line that has the tuck, and they've been playing great, I feel. So see what they can bring here as Pearsall finds Flume. Flume to the backhand. It'll go off the side of the cage. Schweitzer to it, in behind the net. Fakes to Pearsall. Comes free in front. Flume down at the side of the net for Pearsall, and it's just unable to connect.
Nice look by Flume there. Uh-oh. Okay.
Chappie was tied up, and ultimately out come the Marlies in a big-time stop by Calabrese to keep it a 1-goal game.
Yeah, you see those critical moments inside the Penguins' blue line. When you have a chance to get that puck up and out of the zone, you got to take it. You see that slight delay there by the Penguins, and it results in that turnover and the scoring chance by the Marlies. So the Penguins are going to have to minimize those high-quality chances against, as now we see the Carlson unit on the ice.
Penguins will win the draw to be the Brodozer behind. Near side is Golnack. They'll battle for it. Here's the Marlies with it at their own line. Longo. The forecheck of Halliday forces it free. It's batted about. Penguins couldn't get control in front. It'll come to the near wall. Carlson pressures, and Bros couldn't quite keep it the line. It'll be icing.
Now the Penguins here with another face-off here in the offensive zone. Carlson generally dangerous on face-offs, so we'll see if they draw something up. I see Coach Verbeek with a hand signal, like a third base coach, Jeremy, in baseball. Yes, giving the hand signal and seeing the Penguins if they can execute here.
Will they steal third?
They steal third.
It'll be Halliday with it, forcing it further. The Marlies get there, but no further than Bros at the point. Bros spinning Halliday. Backed in front by Golnack. Penguins couldn't get control. Marlies will behind the net. Tossing it D to D. Penguins cutting it off. Offensive zone pressure here ramping up for the Penguins. They look to get the evener. The evener, is that a thing?
Oh, I like it.
Even up
I
goal.
do.
I'm not a big
the
fan
evener.
of evener.
Oh, the
Rose
evener.
protects himself as the Penguins unable to clear. Halliday using the shoulder. Bros will return the favor in the corner. The Marley player who almost boarded Bros looks for a call, not going to get it either. As we said, these boys will play here. Porto for the Marlies. Kept to the outside by Foster. Carried her around behind. Played to the point. Coming in. Winding. Firing. Puck at the side of the net. The cannoli there to make a gigantic save.
Boy, the Marlies players were celebrating. But the cannoli gets that big mitt, Jeremy. He sticks it out, and he's able to keep it wedged against the post. Boy, oh boy, what a big play there from number 30, the netminder for the Penguins, Rylan Calabrese.
Jones on the face-off. Pressure at the point. Oh, I thought that was going to pop off Bolus and pop free.
Breakaway
It'll be an
city.
offside play at the line.
Yeah, you see the Penguins pressuring those points with a high-quality chance there as I think Bolus took it off the face mask up high.
7:21 to play. Penguins trailing by a goal. We're just over halfway through
Tons of time.
the third period. Tons of time.
Absolutely tons. Too much time. No, not too much time.
Everybody with probably about 2 shifts left for the Penguins. So you're going to give it everything you have at each and every one of these. No more games today.
No, this is it. Leave it all out there, right?
Work down deep up top for a drive. That's blocked by Pelly. Jones with it. Bolus up the near side. Jones will overtake him, driving to the middle, winding, firing a glove side save. Bolus pushes the rebound just wide.
Well, you see the strength and the speed there. Jones creating that scoring chance, and I thought Bolus might get the rebound there.
Bolus always in position for those. It'll be Flume as the Penguins get a line change here. The Marlies will ice it.
It's going to go for a nice 6:34 to go here in the third. And again, those face-offs here, so critical. The Penguins have no shortage of face-off goals this year. A number of those set plays. And again, you see the Penguins, right, looking to the third base coach, Coach Verbeek on the bench, who's drawing up something for the boys in black and gold.
What do you got for us, Skip? It'll be Pearsall, Schweitzer, and Flume. Well, face off one to the corner by the Marlies. Pressured immediately by Flume. I thought he was going to poke that free. Up come the Marlies. It's off the stick. Gathered in by the cannoli. Will get a whistle.
Okay. All right. I don't mind it.
Nope.
Got to win those face-offs, but the cannoli just says, hey, let's just settle things down here, right? Let's get a fresh face-off. Coach Verbeek's signal this time is like, just get the puck out of the zone, please.
It'll be Chappie behind his own net, off the stick of Pearsall. Gathered in by the Marlies and returned right back to the Penguin line. Monto will dump it in. Chappie behind the net. Reversing. It'll be Caruso. Up for Schweitzy. Schweitzy cutting to the mid. Here's Chappell. In over the line. Up top for D'Angelo. His shot in front. Rebound bouncing around and swatted clear by the Marlies.
And you have to think here, Jeremy, too, with 5 minutes, 6 minutes to go in this period, you know, how many players came up yesterday? How many players drove today? Are there car legs? Are there sitting around in a hotel room legs, right? I'm not sure when I think the Marlies came in today. So could those things start to play a factor here late in the
I saw a bunch getting on the elevator with bags, so I think you might be right. Most of them probably coming in today. I don't know how far that drive would be.
And yes, we have like 6 teams staying at our hotel.
Yes.
Including this one.
As the pressure from Golnack will free things up to the feet and now stick of Foster. Foster up for Halliday. Cutting in on what will be called an offside play.
Yeah, good play there. And again, you see the vision of Foster. He doesn't force it. He looks, he surveys, he waits, and then he looks up, takes it over to Golnak. So, again, you like to see that vision, not trying to rush things. These are high-end, fast games, so still having that hockey patience. You see that from Foster there. Nice play.
Puck dumped in, and I expect to see a bunch of that. The Marlies getting it deep, making the Penguins go 200. As they'll center one, it comes under the Cannoli stick right to Halliday, who starts the breakout. His pass just tipped off the stick of the Marley, ended up on the Marley defenseman, and they'll get it back deep in the Penguin zone again. This will be icing.
It's going to go for an ice. Okay. By the way, Foster, not only is Danny happy, his father, Dan Foster, is thrilled this morning. You know why?
Why is that? Something Notre Dame related?
The parking lot loaded with Tesla superchargers. So if you own a Tesla, folks, you want to come to Port Huron, stay at the DoubleTree. There are like 8 superchargers there in the parking lot. He was a happy human when he saw that.
It'll be Jones forcing it forward. In front, just between the legs of Bolus. Track now Jones. Jones deep for Brenneman. Oh, he's bumped. And Bolus to it, and Bolus right to the stick at 91. He read that well.
Yeah, he did. 91, one of the goal scorers here for the Marlies.
On that breakaway, the current go-ahead as the Cannoli will glove one and get a whistle.
Yeah, 91, he's definitely been one of the players, Jeremy, on the Marlies. I didn't catch his last name, but certainly a player that I've seen jump off the ice at me a couple times. And the Penguins want to emerge here on the right side of things. Going to have to keep an eye on him.
Faceoff will be on the far side of the Penguin zone to the left of the Cannoli. Won by the Penguins, brought on by Pelly. He'll drive the near side. Penguins Bolus cutting to the net. Jones in the high slot as Pelly carries it wide. Penguins Flume able to get on. It'll be cleared by the Marlies. I think it ticked off the skate of the referee, so it will not go for icing. Either that or got caught up in the snow there. Not as much snow by the benches because we had that ice cut. It's Jones. Power move to the inside. It's knocked away at the last possible second. Good defensive stick by the Marlies. Back in the corners, Jones, though, as the Penguins set up the cycle now. In front! Shot by Flume is just disrupted from behind. Now Pelly. Flume in front. Looking, Schweitzer was gaining that body position down low. It's just knocked away by the defender before it gets to him, and it'll be iced.
We talked about that good icing call when Halliday sent it down out of trouble a few minutes ago. You see the same thing from the Marlies there. The Marlies player takes it out of danger here with 3:28 to go.
We could use one of those almost 200 points by Coach Trevor here.
Yeah. 200 games. I didn't say 200
games.
points. Yeah.
Well, probably 300 points if he had 200 games.
Well, let's see here. Okay. It's going to be just shy of 200 points.
just shy. As Caruso.
Here we go.
Toss it around behind. Read by the Marlies, but it pops free to Flume nonetheless. Here's Pearsall now behind. Knocked away from Schweitzer. It's on the near side wall. Flume, first one to it, to the point for Caruso.
Uh-oh.
The Penguins unable to keep it in the zone, but they get control at center. Schweitzer with a great move. Popping free, it just rolls off of his stick. Rolling puck will come in on the Cannoli. It's Chappie to it. Time winding down here as we hit the 3-minute mark. Schweitzer falls down on the play. Back come the Marlboros. Reversing to the corner. It's Chappie in after it. Bodied. Good body position by the Marlies as they try to tick more time off of this clock with under 3 to go.
Yeah, you'd like to see some more urgency here for the Penguins to get that puck out of the zone. I'm sure they're doing their best, but look like you have some tired bodies.
That Cannoli save went off the knob of the stick, keeping it a 1-goal game. Up between the wickets. On comes Pearsall. He'll dump it in on. It won't be icing as well as it finds the mitt. Forced the goaltender to play it as the Penguins were changing. Penguins trying to get to that forward check as the Marlies will toss it out to center. Puck forced to the middle. Good read by Golnak to switch with Bros and intercept the centering pass.
Here we go.
Carlson freed up. Drives the middle. He's defended to the outside. He'll carry behind the net. In front, OG with it, and a diving save by the goaltender.
What a read by Carlson there. The Marlies bench calling for the offsides play. I didn't see it.
He was definitely right along that line. They have a good view, but so do the officials, and the officials say we're good. Here comes Bros with a heavy shot. The cannoli off. As the Marlies will ice it. 1:27 on the clock, and 6 flightless birds about to take the ice.
I wouldn't be surprised if you saw a timeout here. I'm not sure what the timeout rules are.
Yeah, I don't know if we get one.
Do you really?
I don't think in round robin play you usually get one. So it looks like we're going to see the Fighting Planets with Jones. So it's Carlson, Golnack, Halliday. We've got Track and Pelly the defense. And Lucas Jones, the extra attacker here with this unit as the puck ramps off of a stick. It's Track along the wall. Cleared by the Marlies. It's icing once it crosses that line, and it does. 75 seconds remain in this one. Penguins trailing by a goal. Face-off will come on the near side dot. It'll be Carlson. Leaned over to take the draw. Knocked to the corner by the Marlies. Penguins outnumber him there. Get it deep for Halliday. Possesses, looking in front, looking. He'll twist with it. Down for Carlson. His near side shot comes out the side of the post. In front, Jones fires a puck. The Marlies will get control. They'll fire it all the way down. It's icing again.
Some back and forth action here. Some tired bodies also for the Penguins. Looks like it's going to be Flume and Pearsall that come on. And Halliday. And I'm not sure.
So we're going 5 forwards and Pelly.
Okay.
Flume going to jump in for Track at the defense spot. So Carlson, Jones, Golnack, Pearsall, Flume, Pelly. It's Flume at the point.
Oh, he knocked that puck down.
And it was just batted away from him. It'll be Pelly. Here's Flume now at the line. He'll gain the zone onside. In the middle comes Jones. He'll wind and fire. Traffic in front. Batted down. Blocked by the Marlies. The rebound sent to the corner. Deep. Carlson in front for Jones. Tapped away by Golnack. It'll come free to the point. Flume's got a cannon. He'll find Pelly instead. Smart play as his cross-ice feed is knocked down. Pelly knocked down at the line. The Marlies with a pair of players as they shoot it wide. No icing. No icing. He had gained the red line.
I can't believe that wasn't a penalty.
Here comes Flume across for Pelly. Pelly, 10 seconds left. He's got Carlson darting in. Carlson knocked down on the play. The Marlies will get control behind the net. Tossing it around. Flume with it in front, and the horn will sound, and the Marlies take the first game of Silver Sticks with a 2-1 victory over the Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. Thank you all for joining us here on Cine TV. We'll send it over to the Commodore here for today's 3 stars.
Third star of the game for the Penguins. The Penguins goal scorer, number 97, D'Angelo Flume. He was moving his feet today, Jeremy. Buried the Penguins' lone goal. Great game for D'Angelo. Penguins' second star, number 92, Tyler Bolus. Active all over the ice. I noticed him as much in the offensive zone as I did in the defensive zone, the back pressure. Great plays from Tyler. And the player, Jeremy, that stuck out the most to me today was a fan favorite, number 53, OG, Owen Golnack. Again, just making right play after right play after right play. And you see him being rewarded by his coach being out there at the end. Owen Golnack, player of the game.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. For cameraman Mike Jones, color commentary by the Commodore. I'm the producer and play-by-play guy, Jeremy Evans. Thanks, everybody, for joining us on Cine TV.